The London-based Financial Times reports that China has tested a nuclear-capable hypersonic missile in August that circled the globe before speeding towards its target, demonstrating an advanced space capability. The next day, the Der Spiegel in Hamburg, Germany, analyzed that the test is a wake-up call of a new round of arms race in the Indo-Pacific. The analysis mentioned that Taiwan is one of the countries playing a strategic role in the Indo-Pacific, investing in its military, among North and South Korea, India, as well as China and the US. The World Medical Association has passed a resolution on October 13th in support of Taiwan's participation in the World Health Organization and the World Health Assembly after a vote of 91 against 16. In the same General Assembly meeting of WMA, all the member states also rejected a counter-motion proposed by China with a 99 against 19 vote. Taiwan will be able to participate in all WHO health programs and be included in the International Health Regulation Mechanism. WHO is an organization of the United Nations. One of the 2021 Nobel Prize in Economics laureate Guido Imbens reveals that he and other two scholars have used their theory in a natural experiment in Massachusetts, United States, on lottery winners. They have found that a gradual payment of a lottery jackpot, which looks like an unearned income increase, didn't change the winner's labor supply and work. Imbens emphasized that his finding could help the government in designing social security systems.
Hello, I'm Wade Lee. Thank you for joining us on this week's FUNDAY News. Here are your top stories. Taiwan can be seen as a prominent military power in the Indo-Pacific region, while all eyes around the globe are closely watching China after the Financial Times London reported on a mysterious hypersonic flight craft recently launched by China. This shows that it's becoming an armed race in the region to avoid a serious conflict in the Taiwan Strait or other regions for that matter. On October 15th, the Spiegel, Hamburg, Germany, had an op-ed post on Spiegel International website about the new round Indo-Pacific arms race. Taiwan was noticed as a country investing in military assets and playing a strategic role in the Indo-Pacific region.
On October 14th, Financial Times posted a report written by its reporters in Taipei and Washington, which quoted several sources saying that the Chinese military launched a rocket that carried a hypersonic glide vehicle in August and judged it to be a nuclear-capable hypersonic missile. The missile flew through low-orbit space and could help China negate U.S. missile defense systems, which are designed to target the fixed parabolic trajectory of a ballistic missile. According to the Financial Times, the China Academy of Launch Vehicle Technology announced the 77th and 79th launches of the Long March 2C rocket, but there was no announcement of the 78th launch. The report believes the 78th secret launch may be to test the above-mentioned hypersonic missile.
After defeating Japan in World War II in 1945, the US was able to establish itself as a top power in the Indo-Pacific region. Although Washington would like to maintain this post-war state of affairs and solidify its role as the Pacific power, Beijing is seeking to change the status quo and keep America at arm's length. The German media, Der Spiegel, analyzed on October 15th that almost all countries that play a strategic role in the Indo-Pacific are investing in their militaries, including North and South Korea, India, and Taiwan, in addition to China and the US, indicating an arms race has begun in the Indo-Pacific region.
The Financial Times reports that the US, Russia, and China are all developing hypersonic weapons. Among the techniques, glide vehicles could fly at 5 times the speed of sound. It's slower than a ballistic missile, but they do not follow the fixed parabolic trajectory of a ballistic missile and are maneuverable, making them harder to track. An expert on Chinese nuclear weapons policy said a hypersonic glide vehicle armed with a nuclear warhead could help China negate U.S. missile defense systems, which are designed to destroy incoming ballistic missiles. The German media Der Spiegel believes that the arms race in the Indo-Pacific could drive this economically dynamic and politically fragile region of the world into a military confrontation. Almost all countries that play a strategic role in the Indo-Pacific are investing in their militaries, including North and South Korea, India, and Taiwan, in addition to China and the US.
The WMA, World Medical Association, posted a resolution on its webpage on October 15th, announcing that the organization, under the World Health Organization, fully supported Taiwan's participation in all WHO health programs and inclusion in the International Health Regulation Mechanism. The WMA underlined that allowing the participation of Taiwan in the World Health Assembly and fostering an inclusion in all WHO's health programs and in the International Health Regulation would benefit the people of Taiwan, as well as the WHO and its member state, and all relating parties.
On October 13th, in the 72nd WMA General Assembly online meeting in London, 91 members approved the motion proposed by the Taiwan Medical Association to support Taiwan's participation in a WHO and its decision-making body, the World Health Assembly. Only 16 members vetoed. And the counter-motion proposed by China was vetoed by 99 members and only 19 approved. Although Taiwan's participation in the WHO has to be approved by the upcoming 75th World Health Assembly on May 22nd to 28, 2022, the WMA claims that allowing the participation of Taiwan in the World Health Assembly and fostering its inclusion in all WHO's health programs and in the international health regulations would benefit the WHO and its member states as well as all related parties. The 2021 Nobel Prize in Economics was awarded to economists David Card, Joshua Ankrist, and Guido Imbens for pioneering natural experiments to show real-world impacts of government policies such as minimum wage increases in the U.S. fast food market. Other than this experiment, Guido Imbens with two other scholars studied an actual lottery survey whether there were some effects on labor supply. They found that if money was paid gradually instead of a lump sum, it didn't change how much people worked. With Donald Rubin of Harvard and Bruce Sacerdote of Dartmouth, Imbens surveyed people who played the lottery in Massachusetts, where winners were awarded their prize incrementally over many years instead of in one lump sum. As Imbens explained, this was very similar to what a guaranteed basic income increase would look like. What they found actually means that a guaranteed basic income or an increasing income won't change incentives for people to work. They use that as an instrument to estimate the effect of unearned income on labor supply, which is a very important part of designing social security systems.
And that is all the time we have for today. Thank you for joining us on this week's FUNDAY News. Let's make every day a fun day. I am Wade Lee, your host, and I will see you next time.